Hey, Riv, how's it
Hey,
going?
just not too bad. How are you?
You know, since we released the mini persona playbook, I decided to run it
Oh,
myself.
really?
And yeah, I figured why not? And I went through all the steps. It took me about an hour or so. The thing is, it's really thorough. I mean, it asks questions I never would have thought of, like who are your competitors and how do you rate yourself against them, which makes a really strong persona. And so I created Bob.
Oh, really? That's cool.
Bob is a marketer who would be like an easy SOP ideal customer. He's dabbled with AI. He's like done a few chat GPT things like, fix up my email, that, really light stuff. And he doesn't really know how to dig in. He doesn't really know how to apply it to marketing. And also, he's getting pressure from leadership. He's on a smallish business. He's got like a team of 5, but he's getting pressure from the VP of marketing and the CEO. Like, hey, are you using AI? We really should be using AI. I think if we're not using AI, we're going to fall behind. And so he's feeling that pressure that he's got to get on the stick. And he's also worried about his team. He doesn't want his team, especially he's got some junior people who are just starting their careers, and he doesn't want them to lose their jobs, and he wants them to build a skill set. So that's what's going into Bob here. He's gone a lot.
You're telling me you can do all that. You can get him that educated on being able to say as a persona?
Absolutely. It is that thoroughly detailed. I put all of that into working through the prompt. The more thorough, the better. I've found with these kinds of prompts, just do that brain dump. Doesn't even have to be totally coherent sentences. It's just like, he's scared. He wants to protect his team. It all blends in. And in the end, what you get is something that you can make into either, depending on what Claude or ChatGPT, or I'm using Google Gemini, into what's called a custom GPT. So in Gemini, they're called gems. So let me show you something though, that how it looks in Gemini. So this is like an ideal customer for us. So he's a marketing manager. He has a team of about 10 people. He's been around. He's 15 years of experience. He knows how to use the basic MarTech stack like HubSpot and MailChimp and all those kind of things. But he's worried. He's really worried. And he doesn't want to seem stupid, which is a really big pain for people. They don't want to seem stupid. And he feels overwhelmed. He wants to know. But for buying, he wants to know if these people know what they're talking about before he spends the company's money or his own money to do this. And he has a decision-making process here.
He's very thoroughly thinking. He understands, look at all the possibilities and try to save his team.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So we can ask Bob what he thinks of Easy SOP and how it relates. So let's
get some criticism.
Let's give this a shot. Yeah. Okay, so let's have a look at our website, and we're going to ask him to be brutally honest, right? Okay, Bob, please look at our website, give us feedback on the content. We'd like to know what you would need to feel comfortable. I guess that's the way. Buying or joining, that's probably better. Joining Founders Circle. Please be honest.
So notice how Tris is going very thorough in the prompt with Bob here to get the kind of answers that we're looking for based on the criteria you guys just saw earlier and how Bob was built.
Right, exactly. So and what are we looking for? We're looking for ways to improve the content and fill in gaps that might be missing.
Absolutely.
All right. Now, one thing that's important to note is I pay for Gemini, Google Workspace, and I'm using the 2.5 Pro reasoning model. And whenever you're doing something like this, where it has to quote unquote think, using the reasoning model is really, really important because you can see its thinking. And that you will find if you accidentally use the non-reasoning model for something like this, you will get a very strange response. It's also important to note, this isn't actually human reasoning. It's not thinking. AI engines are probability algorithms. It is guessing based on the corpus of human knowledge what the next kind of right things would be, how to evaluate websites. So it appears to be thinking, but it actually isn't. So we're going to fire off this prompt. And I think that we can always refine things. And the thing I like to do with any kind of thinking model is I like it to show its thinking. I want to see how it is going, and I can tell if it's saying going off on a tangent that I really didn't intend. Did I need to maybe be more specific in my prompt? That's a really critical part of this. So I'm just skimming through and
just checking it over, making sure.
And now here's the first thing. It sometimes it runs into this error. I think it may be okay. I'll have after I read this, we're going to confirm that it has the right URL. That it went to the right URL.
Right? Yes.
Where it went to the URL, because sometimes it is not uncommon for any of the engines to not be able to access things on the internet for whatever reason. 1 minute it'll be fine, next minute, well, no, it won't. That's why you read through the thinking and you're going, what's going on? Okay. But let's see what we've got. Okay. Step by step, he likes the workflows, doesn't need to know things. He likes to build our own persona GPT. Yeah. Peer driven, big, confusing name. All right. This is interesting. We need to make that more clear. You're not a company founder, but you're a founding member of this group. Okay. Making sure that the pricing is clear. Yep. Can't we just figure this out for free on YouTube? Okay. Call it a charter membership or early access program. That's cool. Yep. I know we do give a price range.
We do, yes.
So let's give it kind of like let's do two things. So we're gonna do two things here. We're gonna go and we're gonna copy this URL, and we're gonna say, Bob, we want to make sure. Right.
So again, it's just here going and making sure it's thorough and we get the right kind of information to Bob so he understands everything and we get the answers, the right answers in a way that with the right response that we're looking for.
Exactly. So here's a link to our purchase page.
And I know I said that already, but as you can see, he just did another really nice prompt explaining everything. It's always very important to get that detail of a prompt, every situation, every chance you get.
Absolutely. The other weird thing is it actually does help to say please and thank you and be polite. And the reasoning is that no one really knows what's going on under the hood. But the reasoning, when we read this thinking, the reasoning is because it is based on so much knowledge, it knows that's a Reddit thread. When someone's asking for help, they use please and thank you.
Oh, so it picks up on those words.
It's picked up on that is how humans are supposed to speak to each other to be helpful. So it is expecting us to be like that. Yes. And it works better. Okay, so it looks like, okay, got it. It looks like it found it. And we're good. Okay. Thanks for it's much clearer now.
Much clearer.
We got the price, but maybe we should put that more on the homepage. I don't know if we do. The guarantee. Cool. focus on systems. He likes it's built on things. We've got a Notion workspace. No social proof. Okay, well, I know we had some social proof on the home page, but we're starting out, so we really don't have a lot of examples. But we need to think about that.
Absolutely, yeah. We can work with that.
Yeah. The value is vague. Okay, what do we need to do? We have us on the home page, but maybe we need to repeat it.
Yes.
On the buying page. Testimonials, quantify the outcome, introduce the experts. Okay.
Interesting.
This is all good stuff. So let's thank Bob.
Thank you, Bob. Thank you.
We really appreciate this. Now, and here's our next steps. We're thinking starting a blog or the website. Would you suggest, let's just start with 5 blog post topics would interest you?
The goal here is to get content ideas that are directly tied to the customer's actual pain desired outcomes that we identified earlier within this.
That is exactly it. So what I want to do is create blog posts and I don't want to say convince. We'll just say convince you to buy or encourage you to sign up. Let's say that.
Okay.
And let's use his suggestion.
Absolutely, yeah.
Let's use where did he said it was confusing. It was up here. Said become a charter member. It doesn't really care about grammar, like missing a comma or whatever, but I like to.
That's fair.
I'm a word nerd, so I have to do it. Okay. Let's see what he comes
how
up
this
with.
is so much faster than traditional brainstorming as well. This is what I love about building it with this, right?
Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely. I was working at a newsletter yesterday, and I had some subject line ideas and those initial preview text, and I just said, "Hey, I have this one subject. Can you give me 10 more?" And in a few seconds, I had 10 more. More than half of them were like, no, but there was a couple good ones I could work with. And that's
the value.
This isn't replacing. Yeah. It's not replacing the expertise in writing or communicating. It's getting rid of the blank page. It's giving us a starting point. So let's look at what we've got. All right. The 5-step AI workflow to turn 10 hours of monthly reporting into 60 minutes. I like that. That is I think we have that as a later SOP. The take my reporting from Google Docs and whatever and just put it into this form. That's a good one.
There's a hint for you, everyone.
Yeah, there's a really good one. Those repeatable things, like reports where you're just pulling data from Google Analytics or wherever. Those are great to throw at an AI. Okay. Your CMO asked you about AI strategy. Here's the 1-page plan that makes you look like a genius. Oh, I like that one. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
The real cost of free AI tools. That's a good one. I like that
one a lot. That one, especially that's aligned with us when we're going to be talking about a lot of tools that are going to be in our SOPs and how they work. And, the difference between the free models and the paid tier that you'll have to get depending on what we say is the best recommendation for it. That really works.
Yeah, that really works. I like this one. How to build a competitive analysis GPT in under an hour and steal our template.
Ooh.
That is great. And then the number 5 is also good. Beyond GPT, 3 simple AI workflows to empower your marketing team, not replace them. Man,
there's some good articles that made. Oh,
there's some really good articles.
Oh.
I don't know what. Let's we're gonna pick one to start
it's crazy
with.
That this is based on all the insights that we structured it from our own knowledge, and it created this and built off that. It's crazy that it's giving us this great of input.
It is truly
case.
It is truly great. Okay, we're gonna have to pick one. Excuse me as I take a sip of water. Man, let's do number 3.
Yeah, I vote for number 3. I like that. Yeah.
because there is this cost. One of the most important things about using a free AI tool is that old maxim: if you're not paying for the product, you are the product. Yep. When you use a free AI tool, everything you're putting in there is going back into ChatGPT or Gemini or Claude or whomever, build their own model based on your insights. And if you put in sensitive competitive data in there, it's now out in public.
Just out there. Yep.
It's just out there. So for example, me paying for Gemini, it says right here at the bottom, my chats aren't used to improve our models.
Yep.
And they make mistakes, so you can double check. Yeah. All right. So let's say let's start let's start going with now we're going to do 2 steps because I'm going to do a bonus here if that's okay with you.
Do it. Yeah, let's do it.
All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask it to draft a blog post for number 3. I'm going to say about, let's say, 1,000 words. It is terrible at actually estimating, but it kind of gives it a size scale. But then you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to paste it into my writing digital twin.
Oh, okay.
And see how it edits.
Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, I'm interested.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's.
I want to see about taking it and what it can improve on that front by doing it that way. Ooh, that is interesting.
Pop it. 3. I'm going to, just so it doesn't get confused.
Make sure you have the actual written.
Make sure you copy this.
Sometimes in a prompt, when you're talking to it so long, if there's multiple numbers within each group, it can get confused on what number you're actually referring to.
Yeah.
So it's good to have the topic.
So could you draft a compelling blog post that would appeal to you? Make it about 1,000 words. Now, here's the geeky output thing that I find important for copying and pasting into things like WordPress and Google Docs is please make your draft in well-formatted Markdown. The two lingua franca of AI is Markdown, which is really just fancy text with a lot of things in it to structure it, and JSON, which is even more fancier, just text, kind of like HTML that structures more complex data. But it's important to say how you want it, the output, so that you're closer to doing the copy paste, which is going to be important in our next step. Okay, here we go. Let's see what happens. See what happens. I'm not going to look at the thinking because this is one of the cases where I want to not know
what it's going to come up with,
what it's going to come up with, because it's been doing pretty good. All right, here we go. Okay, it's still using the same title, which is fine.
Yep.
Yeah. Wow. All right.
Okay.
Detail.
Very detailed. Yeah.
Oh, checked in with Sarah. So he's bringing in fictitious. Came up
coworker.
With a coworker. Yeah. But here's the thing: we haven't told Bob the names of his coworkers.
So he's just creating them.
When I created this, I told him his name was Bob, but I didn't tell him
that he had coworkers or the names of the coworkers. Yeah,
I told him he had 1 to 10, but I didn't. And look at this. This is really
detailed.
Really detailed. Wow. And man, okay.
All right. I'm liking this already. Let's see the next step now.
Okay. So here's bonus step.
Yep.
I'm a writer. And one of the things I like having is someone who will write with me. So Obadiah Starbuck is essentially my digital twin for writing. I have another digital twin for brainstorming. But Obadiah is based on giving him 8 years of blog posts, so hundreds and hundreds of blog posts, and the entirety of one of my books in a PDF to analyze my writing. How do I write things? What is my tone and my style? So what we're going to do, let's see what happens. I'm going to say, Obadiah. By the way, you should know Obadiah is he is essentially a Quaker boy living on Nantucket Island who's been transported from the 17th century to modern times.
Okay, that's cool.
That is his worldview.
That is an awesome world
in my
your
head.
head. Yeah.
In my head. I didn't put that into his prompt.
Oh.
But because then there would be too many these and thous in there. But that's who he's based on. So Obadiah. I have this post draft. Did you read it? And I don't want to say, let's say, and put it in my tone.
Okay. Let's see how it works that way. Yeah.
My tone and style. And, sometimes, please.
Yeah, always. Please. Thank you.
Always. All right. And I'm just going to paste this. There's a little copy button in Gemini, and that you use it all the time, or export it to docs. But in this case, I just copied, pasted in what Bob gave us.
Yep.
And
here we go.
In this case, I am going to, let's see what Obadiah is thinking.
All right, let's see. Obadiah, show us your brain.
Obadiah Obadiah has a lot to go through.
Yes.
When he's understanding my thing. Okay. Witty, grounded tone, analogies, parsing the draft, narrative, drafting a Starbucks persona. Is me, but Okay. He's leveraging the recipe analogy, which totally fits with my voice. I would absolutely do that. Obadiah he will let me know when it's good, but he does also let me know when it's bad. So here we go. Good. So he's going through here. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. So this is good. Is it perfect? I don't know. I would really have to read this in detail, and it's like, does it matter our tone of voice? But what I'm going to do, this is a Gemini feature, is I'm going to export it to docs. So I might edit it in a different document, but in a different editor, but it's saved, so I don't have to worry about it. Let's do one more and let's see, because that one really came from Bob.
Yeah, that one came from Bob.
And so let's do, let's do number 2.
Number 2 on this one. Okay. And is this one we're going to go straight over to Obadiah?
You know what we're going to do is we're going to do a flavor on this. So it's like, Bob, thank you. That was a great post. Now let's draft post for this title. This time, have it come from the perspective of I don't see how it doesn't know who us is, of Easy SOP.
They're trying to see if it will find its own brand of its our brand within what it's looking at.
Right. So try to go like if for potential customers like you. So what I'm trying to the last one came through his Bob. Yeah, I'm turning the script around. I think the Bob one is going to be really great fodder for something else, because it's like, all right, this is how we could structure it. But now I'm definitely asking it to turn the script.
Absolutely.
Let's see how it goes. There we go. There we go. So as you can see, in just a few minutes, and we did a lot of talking,
Yes.
that we had 5 potential blog post ideas, all of them which were good. Yeah. And we've drafted now 3 posts, right? One, Bob wrote one, Obadiah
Now we're
did
drawing this one.
an edit, and then now we're doing another one. We won't send it over to Obadiah. But let's see what he got. All right. Here we go. All right. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. This is interesting because this, if you've read that recent MIT study, quote unquote, where it says 95% of the things fail, these are actually in the reasons why those pilots failed, that they went tool first. They didn't define their problem. They got stuck in the analysis paralysis. They had the wrong person. They're not putting people on it and training them. Here we go. Here is, look, business goal right off the bat. Time-consuming task holding us back. Here's our quick win.
The recipe will feed the system. Yeah.
Look at that. And you know what? I bet as a bonus at the end, here's a prompt that will walk you through creating this for your boss. Because that's all that you're answering the questions. You just need a structured way to go through each answer and then format the output so you can copy paste it, edit it, and send it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Man,
this is really good.
This is fantastic. It needs very little editing, I think.
Yeah, I agree with you.
To stay in our tone of voice. We'll add maybe a little extra bonus of the prompt. But yeah. So all the work we've done so far is based off the free prompt that we're giving away. The free
prompt that we're giving.
Persona, the free mini persona playbook. So now imagine when we're doing the deep dives into social media posts, content audits, analysis.
The details is going to get crazy, even more crazy good. Just based off this alone just shows that that's going to be something.
It's amazing. Like things that we'll be able to do, you would be able to do is like give it your campaign reports and analysis from, Google Analytics, from LinkedIn, from Facebook, wherever you're putting your ads, and go like, here are the results of these campaigns. Please pull out some key takeaways and how we can improve the next one. Those are the kinds of playbooks that we'll be developing that have real practical value and save you hours of time.
So many hours. Yeah.
In guesswork and in just analysis paralysis. Oh my God.
It's just gets me so excited. It's film.
Right? See, now I'm excited to start the Easy SOP blog because we've got a bunch of posts.
We've got a bunch of posts and
that we know
that are amazing, and like the titles that was given to us is just crazy how many we had there.
It's fantastic. We could have asked for 5 more, 10 more. It doesn't matter
what it looked like.
Doesn't matter. So after we're done, I'm going to save those.
Absolutely, yes.
So we don't lose them, and then work on some of these posts because I think we really, Riv. Yeah, we got to do another one of these live. Yeah,
we do have to do another live playbook
prompt sessions that will do this. Okay, well, there we go. I guess I know what I need to do. I need to go get writing.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right.
Talk to you later.